really cool. And we're right by the zone as well, right? It's walking distance. Y'all, this is so cool. So I'm staying at another Airbnb in Rosebank called Park Central. And here goes the lifts, you guys. I enjoyed my time in Midran. It was really, really nice. I stayed there for about a good month. I would have stayed longer with her too, but she mentioned someone booked from Saudi Arabia that was coming in to check in later on today at the place I was at in Midran. Also, they're experiencing a little bit of a water outage in the area. The water's been out since Sunday, and today's Thursday. And it's expected to probably, hopefully, get restored for them by later on Thursday. But yeah, the water was out from Sunday. But it's kind of been like an intermittent thing. Even on my first check-in date back in October 10th, like the first day I didn't have any water. But it's not in every single area of Joburg. It's like in certain areas, like the area I was in Midran. But for example, my first Airbnb, where I stayed in Bryanston and Key West, they didn't have any water outages or anything. And I also checked with my old host, Mackenzie, just said like, hey, are you guys affected by any chance? Because he has two Airbnbs, one that I stayed at in Bryanston and the other one that he also has here in Rosebank. He was like, no, they don't have any water outages. And at the current place that I'm at now, at Park Central, I checked with my host and they said, no, they haven't experienced any severe water outages in this area neither. So again, it's not everywhere, it's just in certain spots. Also, when I stayed in Durban, they didn't have any outages as far as water, as well as just certain areas are critically low. But hopefully they get some much needed rainfall this week that's expected later on this week. So yeah, I'm a little bit too early, y'all. My checkout at the last place, as you know, is usually in the morning. It was at 10 a.m. So I'm leaving by 11 as a courtesy from my host. And my current new place check-in is at 3 p. So I'm definitely just gonna hang out a little bit and probably walk around the area. I just want to at least go ahead and bring my bag and stuff in because I couldn't just, walk around and stuff at the last place that I'm heading from. So yeah, and I have to show y'all the footage of that one too. That's pretty cool. So yeah. Showing you guys a little bit of the lobby area. This is beautiful. I said I may get into Airbnb hosting at some point myself, but from a lot of feedback from other hosts that have been doing that for like quite some time, they gave me a lot of like pros and cons. Of course, you have some guests, that value your property, take care of it, respectful of, your space and all of that. But my biggest concern would be, I've heard instances of where some people will book some people's Airbnb sometimes, and they'll like completely just trash their space to the point where I've heard some people had to like close their entire Airbnb spaces, or they have to fight for like reimbursement for Airbnb if the tenant or guest kind of like trashed their spot, so they could be compensated and stuff like that. And I'm like, that part is the reason why I'm kind of like hesitant to go full-fledged when it comes to like real estate or Airbnb hosting and stuff like that, because I've heard horror stories of some times of when people have to deal with not so good guests, if that makes sense. This is really nice. That a cute little lounge area right here on like the second floor. It's on the third floor too. But seriously, y'all, I'm really contemplating moving to South Africa at this point. I absolutely have enjoyed my time here overall. So happy I was able to make this trip happen. I have been from Soweto to Mobanang, Sandton, Bryanston, Rosebank. So we've been all over Midran, where I just told you guys that I pretty much just came from. And I really, really love Durban. I'm definitely going to drop back down to Durban at some point too. All right, y'all. We are walking the beautiful streets of Rosebank, and where my Airbnb is at Park Central, it's like walking distance, which I absolutely love, y'all. And something else that I want to tell you guys that I think is really neat at all three places that I've stayed here in South Africa so far. Like, for example, my Airbnb that was in Bryanston, the one I just left in Midrand, and the current one that I'm here in Rosebank. They have like really good security measures that they typically always have implemented. Someone that they always have implemented, which I think is really neat because I don't even see that back in the States. So they have like security readily available at all three apartment complexes that I've stayed at so far, and they check every single person that comes in and out of the apartments. They also have codes that you have to use and you have to enter in order to enter the security gates. So when people try to say, oh, it's not safe, you guys, I feel a lot safer here in South Africa than I have ever felt in recent years, especially back in the States, for example. So everyone here has been real helpful, real sweet, real safe, real easy to talk to, you know. But don't get me wrong, you'll have problems wherever you go in life in general. You have good people and bad people from all over, no matter where it is you go, you know. Nothing will ever be perfect, but without question, my experience so far since being here has been amazing, seriously, to the point where I'm contemplating relocating to sunny South Africa, you know. So yeah. Also, another thing, because I think everyone was watching my ass like a hawk to figure out who they thought or who I may vote or promote or advocate for the US presidential election. Like I said before, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I can speak on any topic in general and be unbiased between both parties. However, whenever you do that and you tend to think for yourself, the majority tends to have a problem with that, unfortunately. So anything you say and do, they'll just make it a kind of like a problem, even if I've said verbatim several times, hold on, y'all, I'm crossing the street, that I'm not a Republican nor am I a Democrat. Look, you better not run me over. So that's one thing. And plus, since I know everyone is watching my ass like a hawk, to eliminate any biases, as the result was shown, no, I did not vote either. But you see who won, right? So, like I said, you guys see the result is the result, right? Let me just give you a little bit of insight. I'm from Mississippi. I'm born, bred, raised deep south Mississippi, and my grandparents are from the Delta of Mississippi, where a lot of your blues legends come from, whether it's B.B. King, Albert King, Little Freddie King. My bad, y'all, I'm a little bit out of breath. Sam Cooke, Sam Myers, Muddy Waters. So a lot of your legends come from deep down south, even if they don't get credit for a lot of things that they created or done or contributed to American society. It was also once said that American history, no way I said it wrong, Mississippi is the birthplace of America's music, you know, and that's true. And contributed to several different genres of music that, you know, are prevalent throughout the United States. So again, I'm from Mississippi. As you know, Oprah Winfrey, for example, is from Mississippi. Morgan Freeman was raised in Mississippi. Speaking of voting, for you that may not know this, Fannie Lou Hamer is also from Mississippi. She was one of, she was, Fannie Lou Hamer, who's also from Mississippi. She was one of the main reasons why people of color, including people who have migrated to the US, she is the reason why you have the right to vote. So though she identified with the Democratic Freedom Party, again, even though this is considered like the state of Mississippi. Okay, go. They look like twins. We're at Crep Shop right now. Hello, or so bon in Yo, I was just talking about that on my vlog. I escaped to South Africa for a reason. I didn't for either side. Yeah, so we just saw the results were the results. I'm a South African babe now. Yeah, I think seriously.
Is it 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. 4 years.
Yeah, okay. Have a good one. Go. Yeah. I love it here, bro. Huh? Yeah? Yeah. I've been here since September the 11th, so yeah, I plan on at least my full 90 days that we get, so yeah, so it's real nice.
It's good, I wish I would have one like that. Always taking the memory.
Yeah, this was my first though. Like I always wanted to come to South. You know, most people like to go to Europe or like, you know, Mexico, but South Africa was my first outside of the US, so on my bucket. Coming from the US, I'm from Mississippi. But you know we got some South Africans in the US, right? Yeah. As a matter of fact,
Mississippi.
Oh, if you know the history. It's a lot better though compared to what most people would think about it, but yeah, so. How is, I can hear you. Yeah, I feel safer here than I do in the US. Yeah, for sure, man. As a matter of fact, I met, when I went to Rosebank Mall for the first time a few weeks ago just to stop by the area, I was chatting with a girl. She's South African originally, but she told me she lived in Miami for some time as well. And she just moved back home here to South Africa, so. And we look like sisters. Hold on, I'm like, girl, we look just like, hold on, I took a picture. She lives in Pretoria now though. Yeah. So her birthday just passed, so we're probably gonna see what she wanna do for her birthday. But a lot of people have been relocating back to the motherland in general. So that's good to see that.
What's your take on trampoline?
Oh jeez, I'm Christ. A lot of people feel mixed match, you know? So, but like I was saying not too long ago, whatever president you like, it doesn't matter. It's the people behind each party that's gonna dictate what happens.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I say if you're feeling the vibe, so
yeah, I love the vibe here, man.
People that say, oh, it's top notch.
Yeah, very welcoming. Feel right at home, pretty much, you know. So that's good. Never change that, man. Real.
I was there about Mississippi. Really, like I see someone in Mississippi ask me how is Mississippi?
Yeah. Most people, whenever they hear the word Mississippi, they automatically think racism because it's one of those deep South states in the United States. But since our history is so bad, we kind of worked a lot more to like kind of overcome a lot of stuff. So it's not that bad the way people would think it is. The same way, like even when you're talking about Africa in general, you know, people would think the worst, and then when you get there, it's not that at all. So same thing.
It's like exaggeration and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah. So I've been loving it here. I'm still scrolling to find this picture. Hold on. Oh, here we go. And she's South African too. Like we could be sisters.
You look like a sister.
Yeah. And my host Nancy, we were like, we look alike too. She was like, girl, tell us the truth. Did you just escape and you South African? I'm like, I can't.
What? She look like a sister. She look like those two girls. This black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, do you ever meet like visit here when you come back? Do you visit here like from Pretoria and stuff?
Oh, what areas have I visited so far?
you go to your apartment?
Soweto. I've been to Mobile.
Seriously?
Yeah, I love Mobile. That was cool too. Yeah.
That's maybe 400 meters from the place where I stay.
Really?
So I was asking how was watching you going for party and stuff.
And most people go to party. I go to like for like the safari, you know, the history, like Soweto and Vilakazi Street. I've been to Mandela's house, the Apartheid Museum, P. Landsberg Safari. I stayed in Midrand for some time before I came here to Rosebank. Yeah, where Mall of Africa is.
Right now we are on Rosebank.
Yes. I'm like, we gotta go hang in Rosebank. I loved it when I came here for that one day, so we gotta stick around Rosebank a little longer. Yeah, so.
I hope you come and get some light or something.
Yeah.
Get something, you also does the summer side?
Yeah.
It's good or something?
Okay, later. I'm like, we got time.
It's just a steam barbecue.
Loaded fries.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I got you. I'll come back in later. So don't worry, I'll be here for at least a good week. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a lovely day, okay? See you later, sister and brother. That's why we love it here, you guys. Got us some pancakes. Right, so you guys, we have us some pancakes, y'all. I'm so happy I found this crepe shop. I was craving me some pancakes for the longest. They so good. They some mini pineapple pancakes. Then I have a strawberry crepe. That's a nice size over here too. So, I'm gonna smash this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna come back. All right, y'all. The pancakes and the crust were so good. Even though I'm slim, y'all, I'm a big girl at heart, okay? So, like I was telling you guys, so Fannie Lou Hamer's from Mississippi, and she's a well-known Democrat that helped women and several others, especially minorities and people of color, fight for the right to vote, right? So, though she's a Democrat, right, there's also this well-known Democrat who's also from the state of Mississippi by the name of James Eastland. Again, the senator's name was James Eastland. So, even though he identified himself as a Democrat, he's from Mississippi. He was also known as the voice of the white South, and he believed that black people were considered inferior to them. So, I say that to say this because I know a lot of people in general, whenever they first hear the word Republican, they're quick to automatically think racism. However, I'm showing you from a historical standpoint, that's not the case, because someone like Senator Eastland, who was a well-known and open public racist, who tried to go out of his way to destroy Fannie Lou Hamer, trying not to make sure they get any land that she was fighting to acquire or the right to vote, he was a well-known Democrat. So I say that to say this, just because someone identifies as a Democrat, that doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart either. You have racists on both sides of the party, whether if you identify as a Republican or if you identify as a Democrat. And also, just to give you guys an example, let's say if you like Trump, let's say if you do like Kamala, let's say if you like either one of those specific individual candidates. The problem is the party and those that pretty much dictate what happens or what goes, they're going to be more influential in pretty much dictating what happens to you in everyday life, no matter which presidential candidate it is that you so-called like. So that's why more people have been leaning toward, you know, they don't really care for the Republican or the Democratic Party. We need more independent thinkers in general. So there is an independent party. You can identify with that if you would like to, but just being able to think for yourself, we need to see that more often, I would say. So I'm just killing a little bit of time. My check-in is at 3 o'clock, and I'm going to show you guys my room too. I also have to show y'all my place that I stayed at in Midrand. I don't even think I aired that one yet, so yeah. All right, y'all, cool. This elevator's massive at my current
14th floor.
Yeah, those pancakes were so good, man. I'm definitely gonna get me some more. Okay, and I think, oh, we're like the first one. Uh-oh, hello. Did I come too early? Huh?
Not really.
Oh, are you one of the cleaners?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm almost clean.
Oh, okay.
Just taking my things. I'm already done with you.
Okay. Wait, you were someone staying here or you're a cleaner?
No, I'm a cleaner.
Oh, okay. I was like, take your time. I think I came too early.
I know. It's not 3 o'clock. I was late.
No, you're fine. I was downstairs editing some of the videos, so
Oh, I see.
from my trip from Durban and such. So
I see.
yeah.
I'm the one to talk. I was late to clean.
Is this extra key?
No. Yeah, that's my key.
Okay.
You got yours, right?
Yeah, I have mine.
That's mine.
Okay.
Let me just put the towels in.
Take your time. Take your time. Oh, look at the view. That's nice.
Like
Yeah. That's cute, huh? All right, y'all. I think I just scared one of the cleaners. I ran into it when he was wrapping up. I told him, take your time, because I was downstairs editing like some other footage from my trip from Durban. So this Airbnb is really, really nice, y'all. Here goes the kitchen area. This kitchen's huge too, man. I wish I could have booked a lot longer. The only reason why I didn't, because someone booked like the following week after the week that I already booked, and I was like, dang it. So I would have like stayed like the full month. And here goes the entertainment area and the view from outside that I already kind of showed you guys from Rosebank. And y'all, I love that everything is literally, y'all, purple is my favorite color. There are a lot of purple flowers, purple trees here throughout Joburg. But yeah, here goes the view. And what I love the most, because I said I definitely need to start walking around a lot more often. Everything is literally like walking distance. Like I know a lot of people told me to be safe. They're like, hey girl, you in Rosebank, you need to not have your phone and stuff out. But I'm like, I'm good, you know? So yeah, everything's literally walking distance. Rosebank Mall is like literally 10 minutes from my Airbnb, so that's a plus too, man. Here goes the bedroom. That's really cute. And I love the windows here too, man. Oh, and they got some blackout shades. That's cool. Let me see. Cool. Here goes some closet space. You have plenty of closet space. Oh, this is nice. And here goes the bathroom. I have a massive tub, soap, and hop in the shower. And they have a double sink too. That's cool. Here goes the toilet and a walk-in shower. And your girl is ready to go hop in the shower. So where I was coming from in Midland, like I told you guys, it wasn't every day. So I stayed there for about like a good month for my stay at the place that I already booked in Midland. So I stayed there a good month. The first day I checked in, y'all, the water didn't work. It worked for just like a few hours. And then like from that Thursday, the entire rest of that Thursday to Friday, the water was out. So ever since then, it was kind of like intermittent. Like every so often, maybe a few hours a day, and sometimes the entire day. But my host actually ended up mentioning that it started on the 24th, as far as like around September 24th, and I booked around October the 10th. So actually it started before I even like started that month-long stay in Midran. But yeah, and then from that Sunday, this past Sunday, up until today, this Thursday, so the water is out like 4 days. So it makes you a lot more grateful. You know, unfortunately, some areas are heavily impacted by the, you know, the water outage, where they have low or critical water shortages. But you still can manage, you know, just gotta remember, you know, just to use jugs and what we call it down south when we have like a water outage, for example, we call it hoe bathing or a hoe bath. So taking just like water and wiping yourself off with like jugs or, you know, water you get from whatever water tanker or whatever, or bottled water too, within the area. So, but yeah. Oh, and you know, you take water and put it down the toilet if it don't flush, so you still can, you know, manage, if that makes sense. So y'all know I'm bad about doing that. I didn't close out the vlog from yesterday. So this Airbnb or apartment complex is really, really nice, you guys. I'm in Rosebank. This is on the 20th floor, and here goes a nice little lounge area. And the pool is on the top floor as well. Oh, we see a whole view of the city too. Hi there. How are y'all? Good. I'm just showing everybody how nice this apartment. I'm like, I'm about to move in, y'all. It's really nice. And here goes the pool area. Here goes a little bar area. And you can see like the whole view of the city from on the top floor. It's so nice. Y'all know purple's my favorite color. You see all the purple flowers, purple trees. Do you guys live here or are you doing Airbnb? Oh. Yeah. You literally get like a top floor view. It's really nice. It feels so good outside right now too, y'all. And we got a little bit of rain by surprise yesterday. So yeah, it's like really, really nice. I wonder if that is, oh, here goes a little lounge seating area too. So, someone asked me in general, how am I that comfortable traveling by myself or enjoying solo traveling? So again, since my background was travel nursing, so I got really accustomed to easily traveling from state to state, and I like traveling in general. A lot of people in my family, they like traveling in general as well, so it's easy for me to pick up and go wherever I choose as far as like a nomad aspect, because I enjoy traveling. Also, a big pro of traveling solo, you don't have to worry about the unfortunate outcome of that, what happened to like a Shaquilla Robinson situation, where she too was even contemplating taking that trip to Mexico by herself, but instead of being the good person that she was, she ended up treating these so-called fake ass friends known as the Cabo Six. She's from North Carolina, her friend group's from North Carolina, and she took this trip from where they are in North Carolina to Mexico. And unfortunately, those people that she traveled with didn't have her best interest at heart, and they end up pretty much beating her to death and leaving her unalived in the hotel room. They falsely told her parents when they got back to the States in North Carolina, oh, she just passed from alcohol poisoning, and they did a toxicology report, and by no way did they show any indication of alcohol poisoning And they did see from the autopsy report she had a broken spine, and that viral video footage that went, you know, viral of them viciously beating her on camera, that being one of her 6 friends that she traveled to Mexico with. And I've heard a lot of girls, after seeing an unfortunate story like that happen, a lot of people have also been coming forward, sharing their experiences of something's happening to them similar from them traveling in so-called friend groups, you know. Don't get me wrong, if you know you could travel somewhere where it's like a good bit of people that you actually trust that would never do nothing like that, then by all means enjoy it. But again, that's one of the perks of solo traveling. And another popular well-known person too, I think her name's the Passport Abuser. I watched her and another YouTuber that I absolutely love named Fumi also share their instances of why they also enjoy solo travel, because of things that happened to them too on certain travel excursions and stuff when they went with so-called friends. Oh, here she goes. Her name is Shakima Smith, and she's built her platform or her business pretty much promoting women after a event like that happened to her while she was traveling with so-called friends. Pretty much she shared from her point of view. She went with so-called friends on a travel group. They got into this little argument over some guy that a friend. So Shakima, the Passport Abuser, for example, she shared her instance of what happened to her when she traveled with like a so-called friend group. And long story short, one of the so-called friends that she traveled with left her while she was completely naked at that in a hotel room, and they upped in the middle of the night and just left her there, didn't even give her a heads up or anything. These so-called people that were supposed to be friends. So she actually built her a business educating other women on the need to like promote safety, things to be aware of and stuff like that when she travels. So now she more so enjoys solo traveling as well. So that's one of the perks of solo traveling. Oh, and another big thing, let me give y'all an example. So I was gonna go hang out with someone at like this cool museum of illusions that's here in Rosebank that I want to check out at the Zone. It's a popular little area here in Rosebank where there's a bunch of like stores, restaurants, all little nice things you can check out, right? So I was gonna go hang with someone, for example, just to let you guys know. And just to give y'all an example, that turned from like, okay, let's go meet at this time, right? Then that turned into, okay, let's go at 4 p.m. You know what, never mind, let's go at 8 p.m. You know what, never mind, let's go tomorrow at 2. Oh wait, now something happened to my car. Oh wait, you know what, sorry, I didn't show up again. So when you go by yourself, you don't gotta worry about people doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You just go and enjoy it to the fullest. You don't have to worry about this person like throwing you for a loop as far as what time, you know, whatever y'all initially plan to go, or them kind of like being like, if it's someone like a Debbie Downer and they don't really like to like go and check nothing out when they travel. So that's kind of like the perks of pretty much solo traveling. Hey there, how y'all doing? Good, how are y'all? So yeah, and I love so far here that I've been in Rosebank. My bad, y'all. We ran into some fellow not South Africans, they were from Nigeria. They were chilling upstairs by the pool. So that's another reason why, what I was pretty much telling you guys, why I really do enjoy solo traveling. But don't get me wrong, be cautious wherever you go, even in areas that are deemed so-called quote unquote safe. Just keep that in mind. Like I said, be positive. Wherever you go, you attract what you think, but be considerate and cognizant of wherever it is you travel, regardless of the stats for any area, whether if it's deemed a good, safe, or not so safe area. So yeah. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap out the vlog here. Oh yeah, let me also say this. So one of my favorite YouTubers in general that really motivated me to kind of like, you know, travel like I've always wanted to travel as well would be Peter Santinello. Sorry if I mispronounced his name, but check him out. He pretty much uses it as far as like when he travels, it's just like real life, real interactions with the locals, asking them those pertinent questions, and it's genuine when he's going to certain areas or seeing certain tribes or visiting certain countries in general, you know. Also, let me say this, you guys. So there is this Bible scripture. Hold on, let me pull it up. All right, I had to look up the scripture just to give out an example. So Matthew 6:1 says, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from, right? And that's Matthew 6:1, pretty much detailing whenever I give to somebody in general, I never care to or never am quick to or don't even think to pull out a camera and record that, right? Just to be seen as a good goody two shoes or a good Samaritan, you know, to the public and record it. Because how do you even know if those people want to be seen on camera when you're giving to someone that's like less fortunate in general, right? So whenever I give to someone, it's not to seek approval or some sort of like appraisal from the public. I give because I care to genuinely give, and most of the time you won't see me doing that on camera. Don't get me wrong, I know some people they do like to give on camera, but I know for a lot of other people it kind of comes off as like, are you giving because you genuinely want to give to people, or are you giving just to make yourself look like, you know, a hero on camera? So whenever I give, like, you ain't gonna hear me really pretty much like bragging about it or showing it just for like camera. You know, most of the time I don't give that with, and also the reason why I don't like doing that is because sometimes you could attract the wrong people, and overall you can end up attracting those wrong people to the point where they feel like they're entitled for you to give something to them. I am more than willing to always give to those who I know just are simply less than fortunate, or of course those who are deserving to be given to, not just somebody who feels entitled for you to, you know, give to them. Because those who have that type of enabled or entitled mentality, they're gonna keep taking and taking and taking to the point that they drag you down right along with them. So let me just say that as well, you know, when y'all see me out in public or in these streets. So, but anyways, I'm just getting back to my Airbnb. It's another beautiful day, and I think I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. Also, I'm gonna show y'all at the end of this video my last Airbnb too, and this one too. So the one that I'm currently in is in Rosebank, baby. And the last one was in Midland. So that's also where Mall of Africa is, for those of you guys who may not know that. So see you guys next time. Yeah, I love this painting on the wall, because the kitchen area, oh, let me show you guys outside. I always look up and end up on the 3rd floor of every Airbnb that I have stayed in this far. Super pretty outside. There goes the bedroom area. And here goes the bathroom.